we go. We're gonna. This will be part 2 of that Minwax tung oil finish going on this. I did the front, in 3 coats, and I think I'm going to leave it just like that. I like the way it looks, the way it feels. It feels good, looks good, so it is good. But the back, I've got I think 4 coats on the back, and what I want to do on it is I'm going to take that 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm just going to lightly sand over it a little bit because it's a little bit rough from everything landing on it. Plus, I use paper towels, and you still get a little roughness even if you use cloth. And but I had somebody ask me earlier today about grain filling. I rarely ever do grain fill on anything that I do, and if you watch, you notice I don't use grain filler. A lot of times I find that this Minwax tung oil finish will eventually fill the grain. You don't have to put grain filler in it. Now, if you use like ash or oak or any of that where it's real super porous, yes, you may need to use some grain filler if you want your surface flat. I tend to like the more porous look of things, so I use, like I said, I rarely ever grain fill. My tip on grain filling is if you need to do some grain filling, sand your work and leave the dust on your work. Don't wipe it off. Leave it on the work. Use your whatever clear coat you're using, your rub-ons, basically, and just smear that over with that sawdust that's on there, and that will help fill in pores and everything else. But like this Minwax tung oil finish, I just build and build and build. And so that's how I'm going to do this. Right now, we're just going to sand that off a little bit. Like I said, it's just a light sanding. It's not a heavy duty sanding. We're just going over it little at a time, little by little. And basically all I'm looking for is that dull look. Same up here on the neck. We'll sand over that. I think I'll take the sanding sponge off and just fold my paper over and do it by hand. And we just do it lightly like that. As you can see, it discolor a little bit. You can hear the pitch of your sanding change as you knock off some of that roughness. And there we have it. So now what I'll do is break out that tung oil finish and my gloves, and we'll be putting that on. So I'll bring you back in just a little bit here. All right. Again, just going to dump that on there. Now, this time around, things will go on a little smoother than on the first few times. We are going to try and, again, I'm going to try and get 3 more coats on today on this back side. And that should just about get me where I want it to be. And anyway, Oh, thank you. Well, yesterday we were what, in the 80s. Today we're barely hitting 70s. We got a wind chill factor going on. I don't know where this cold wind's coming from, but it's cold out here compared to what we've had. And so I was really debating on if I wanted to do this today or not. But I'm going to go ahead and press on through. Well, the mahogany on this neck is just coming out phenomenal. I really like the looks of it. It just has a good look to it. Now, this neck did not come sealed. It was bare wood, and which I'm glad it did come bare wood. And sometimes the sealers they use on these things can uh, cause you some problems. But anyway, I think that's pretty much it for right now. Again, I won't show you the second time I put this on or anything like that. I'll probably wait till the end of the day when I put the third and final coat on, and we'll let this sit all night. And then again tomorrow we'll come in here and reassess it again. And hopefully tomorrow we'll do just a light sanding on it, and then we'll use that Minwax finishing wax on here and buff it out. And then we'll go from there. And yeah, I'm just going over it, touching up some spots that look like I missed here. So now we'll let that set for a couple hours. I'll come back out and put some more on there. And well, all right. This thing is looking really good. What it looks like right now. Came out and put my second coat on for the day. And I'm thinking about leaving it right there. It looks really good from what I can tell. Well, there's a light out here in the shop is really bad on my eyes. I can't really see it as well as I want to see it. But anyway, that's what it looks like right now. I was going to put another coat on this, but I don't think I'm going to. Yeah, maybe I will. I can see a couple spots I missed. Yeah, par for the course, right? So I guess I'll put another coat on here, and this will be the last coat for the day. I'll bring you in over here so you can watch me do it, I guess. I don't have my assistant out here in the shop right now. So I'm stuck doing things by myself again. I'm going to try one glove this time. I've been using these so-called mechanics gloves. Get them from Harbor Freight. They are really heavy duty. I don't really care for them, so I'm trying to use them up. I like my black ones. You've seen me wear my black ones. I like them because they fit my fingers nice and tight. These do too, but they're still a little bit loose on me, on my fingers. But that's all right. Yeah, this should about finish this Minwax tung oil finish can here. Been feeling a little down. I don't know why, I just am. So forgive me if I don't sound excited and going on and ranting and raving and going, all that stuff. But must be something in the air. But anyway, uh, and so anyway, that's my last coat for the day. I think that equals 7 coats of tung oil finish I put on the back side of this thing. I put 3 on the front. Now we'll let this dry for 24 hours or overnight, whichever comes first. And then uh, I'll do I'll probably use like a 1200 wet dry paper, probably use it dry, and we'll sand all the roughness off of it if there is any left. And uh, then we'll use that Minwax finishing wax on that, and that'll be it. And should be able to start putting this thing together. And that part of it I'm getting really excited for. I'm hoping that all my stuff fits okay. I may have to, on the 3-way switch, I may have to use a Forstner bit and hog out some more wood to make the wood a little bit thinner so that the 3-way switch fits in there better. But that might be the only thing we do. I'm pretty sure the tone and volume pots will fit. I'm not too worried about those. And I think that's about it for today. About it for this part 2 anyway. The next part of this build will be buffing it out and start putting it together. Wow, getting exciting now. I really like how this guitar came out. I was watching I watched all the playlist on it just a while ago, and because I was bored, and it's so neat to see me take that doggone pallet that I had out here in the back 40 of our property here, and drag it up here and turn it into what you see today. And you can do it too. You guys out there can do the same as I do. It's not really that hard to do. It's just having patience, and if you screw up, knowing how to fix it. And with pine, it's cheap enough. If you mess it up really bad, you can take it, throw it away, start all over until you get the one you want. And um, I'm hoping within the next few months, I don't know when, could be sooner, could be later, could be, I don't know when. Um, I'm going to start one more. And that's because I had that neck I made for this one, but I decided not to use it on this build. And but the next one will be made around that neck, so it'll match better, fit better, all that stuff kind of better. And this one started out just to be a cheap build. I was going to try to build it with everything I had here in the shop, and after I made that neck, after the problems I had making that neck, if you watch my videos, you'll see the problems I had. I had to remake it twice. And after I got it all together and said and done, I really didn't care for the way it looked. But because I had those problems, I, out of haste, went in and ordered this neck. And once I ordered it and I got it, I liked the way it looks on this guitar. So that's why it's on this guitar. And so this guitar wound up costing me, I think it was, I can't remember, $70 for that neck, for this neck. And but everything else, I've got the pickups, I got the tuners. They're just cheap parts. They're not expensive parts. I don't even know how it's going to sound. I don't know any of that. and we're just going to put it together the way I put them together and see what they sound like. I'm going to go ahead and order a output jack plate for it, and I am going to do that. And in fact, as soon as we get done here, that's what I'm going to go in and do, order that part. And anyway, you all be at peace with each other out there and be kind, and we'll be talking at you. Bye now.